everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. For the video today, I'm going to be doing my 3-month update on Accutane. I've previously done an update when I was using it for just 1 week and also 1 month as well. I didn't update when I was on it for 2 months, just because I was vlogging every day for Vlogmas, so maybe you saw my skin then. Plus, I feel like there wasn't really anything to update on at that point. But now, obviously, it's been 2 months since the last update, and I feel like I have a bit more to share. So I'm just gonna get right into it. As always, I'm not wearing any face makeup, just moisturizer, so I feel like I'm a little bit glowy or shiny, but no face makeup. And I'll zoom in a sec and share how everything's looking. And now I'm just gonna go through some notes in my phone that I've been keeping this time. Just when anything happened, I noted it down so I can mention it here. And this really isn't in any particular order. For the most part, I'll just sort of explain as I go. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about was a bit of a random skin thing that happened to me. And this is a somewhat regular thing I deal with. I'm pretty prone to getting styes, normally on this eye, normally on the top lid, but at the start of going into my 2nd month, I had a stye on my right eye on the bottom lid. I also had the really bad misfortune of getting a flare-up of impetigo, and I don't want to explain what that is. I probably shouldn't even mention it now, but I have these sort of skin issues that pop up, and I had the impetigo on the bottom of my nose here and kind of a red puffy eyelid here at the same time, which was just killing me. But the reason why I bring this up is because both of these problems went away a lot quicker than they normally would, and I think that's probably because of the Accutane. I feel like with both issues, they sort of exist from moisture. Like the impetigo will weep a little bit, and the stye obviously is full of fluid as well. But they both went away really quickly, and I'm very happy about that. Hopefully I don't get any more of those sort of flare-ups, but at the very least, neither lasted long, whether it was due to the Accutane or a happy accident. I don't care, but I thought I'd mention that. Now, in this time as well, I've also had 3 nosebleeds. Now, one was definitely worse than the others, and it was lasting quite a while, like it was a proper nosebleed. But the other 2, I think, were just from dry nose, if that makes sense. So there was only a little bit of blood. But yeah, I haven't been getting those 2 regularly. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I know sometimes people get these really regularly on the Accutane and some not at all, but 3 in 2 months I feel isn't too bad. What else do we have? I kind of want to do more of the skin talk all together in one go, so I'm just trying to find any updates that were more random. So here, I have bleached my hair, obviously, and this is quite fresh. I actually saw the dermatologist, and I'll go through everything she mentioned to me in a sec, but she gave me the all clear to do my roots, and I'm very happy about that. For a while I thought that I'd either have to go with my natural hair color or wear wigs, and I actually bought some wigs, and I might still actually bust those out from time to time because I have decided that I'll be doing my regrowth less regularly. So rather than doing it once a month, I've kind of pushed it back to 6 weeks like I've just done now. But surprisingly, I feel like my hair is growing a little bit slower, so that's not such a bad thing. I know for some people that would be annoying, but doing my regrowth with like a longer time frame but similar grown out results isn't a problem to me. More to the point, I didn't experience any dry scalp or itchiness, pain when I did my roots, and I haven't noticed any hair loss. But one thing I will say on that note, I have used a slightly less powerful bleach, and I think that worked out quite well, or lower volume in peroxide. There's 2 more of the more random updates. First of which is if I'm playing with my dogs, if they use their little paws with the toe beans or like paw pads and wipe against my skin, like if they paw me or are just play fighting, I notice that my skin reacts a lot worse because their feet are quite rough. So not even the nails, but just their little feet. It'll leave sort of like a graze, and times where they do give me a little claw or something. Quentin has a bit of a bad habit where he does that to get my attention. Normally I don't mind, but lately when he does that, it scratches, and it scratches a lot worse than it used to. So just something I've noticed. I haven't really noticed as much bruising as I was at the start, just because I'm being super careful I know if I get some sort of bump, the bruise is going to be horrific. And then last of all, this is a very random thing, but a huge lifesaver, something that I've picked up recently, is a long sleeved top for swimming. So I think I said in the last update I was just wearing random long sleeve tops, but I bought a proper one and it's just so helpful anytime I've gone swimming with the dogs. I have like a long sleeved zip up top from Kmart that I bought, so it wasn't too expensive, and I think just the fact it covers my arms, my chest, back and neck when it's fully zipped up if I want it to be, it really just feels like I'm a lot more protected and I don't need to worry as much about getting sunscreen in all those areas or it rubbing off. Obviously I still wear it on my hands, you know, my legs, feet, face, ears, you know, we can't forget the ears, and things like wearing a hat and sunnies obviously helps a lot, but I just thought I'd mention that in case anyone else is on Accutane throughout the summer. You know, you can still swim. You might look like a freak. I'm trying to embrace it. But yeah, I know the main point is that I'm not going to get burnt and I can still have fun in the pool. I think that's it for the more random side of things. Now, I'll go through all my skin stuff in a sec and zoom in, but first I thought I'd actually talk a little bit about the appointment that I had with my dermatologist at around the 1 month mark. I basically had another blood test. I had to go to her to chat about how I was going on it and see that she was happy to continue the prescription, which she was, because I'm obviously sitting here talking about it, but I was told to do another appointment with her at the 4 to 5 month mark, or maybe it was from that visit. So long story short, I've got to go back in April for another blood test at that point and another visit with her to check in. I thought I'd mention that since I know some people in certain countries have to get their blood done every month. For me, it's obviously a little bit more spaced out. And mainly at the appointment, she just checked my skin and said that everything was going good. I think because I've seen myself every day, I thought, obviously my skin's good, but has it changed that much? I knew in the past my skin was bad from, you know, really bad cystic breakouts. But looking at my before pictures with her, I noticed even where there wasn't cystic breakouts or big breakouts, there was just a lot of inflammation and just lots of little ones that were sort of under the skin. So it was nice to see that difference and obviously get the feedback. My dermatologist said that things were going well and she could see that, and she was happy to continue me on 20 milligrams a day. I know sometimes people will increase their amount or, you know, maybe decrease it if they're getting bad side effects. But for me, since everything's going good, I'm just going to continue it as normal. One big topic we talked about was whether I would get any sort of purging. I had heard about it, that a lot of people will get that in the first month or first few months, but she said because at the point I was out visiting her, yeah, it must have been about 2 months in, that I was in the clear, and I certainly have been. I haven't had any bad breakouts or flare-ups. I was really scared that it would get worse before it got better. I thought I was risking everything by going on the medicine. When I did in October, I thought I'm gonna have really bad breakouts over Christmas and all of this time, but I've gotten really lucky, and I think that I've had a best case scenario experience on this medicine so far. So fingers crossed it keeps going like that for me. And apart from that, the only other topic we spoke about at my appointment was drinking over the festive period. In the past, I used to have a couple drinks a week, and then now being on Accutane, I've been really careful. I've had maybe like one a week or none a week, maybe one every second week, quite rare. So I obviously didn't think that I'd necessarily be able to celebrate too much for Christmas or New Year's, but I had a conversation with my dermatologist, and maybe it's different for everyone. I mean, I'm sure to an extent it is with your dosage, but she said I was fine to have a few drinks on Christmas, New Year's, or whenever I want to celebrate moving forward, but just to skip the pill on the day that I'll be drinking and the day after if I have quite a few, feel hungover or anything like that. So just by skipping it, I could still have a few drinks and celebrate, and honestly, I felt fine. I didn't feel sick from drinking. If anything, I think I felt a little bit, you know, drunker quicker because I haven't been drinking as much lately, so I feel like I've been out of practice. But yeah, that all worked fine. I was able to drink and celebrate and kind of have a fun time like normal, you know, Christmas parties and things like that. Have a few wines with dinner and not worry. but yeah, it's not something I'm going to do every day. I think I'll just be saving drinking for more of a special occasion type thing, as I have been so far. But now that's it for all of the chatty updates. Now I'm just going to zoom in and share how everything's looking. Alright, so I know maybe the lighting looks a little bit weird. I feel like we're getting a storm coming over. Also why the light has been in and out all video, but bear with me. I just wanted to show everything. So if you can see on my face, I've still got this spot, and this was from when I tried to do an extraction on a blackhead months ago. Don't do what I did. Don't do it. Luckily since then I haven't had any sort of spots pop up on my face that worried me, so I haven't been tempted, but this will also serve as a reminder not to pick. But apart from that, I feel the skin is looking really good. I've still got this dark sort of scar and a few, these are actually like chickenpox scars that are there. It'll be interesting to see by the end of my treatment if they are more faded or if they're still there, but certainly I don't have any active breakouts on the face or the jaw or the neck. So yeah, we're actually all clear, which I didn't expect for this point. I feel like I don't know, it seems so many people still have breakouts, and like, I mean, I might be jinxing it here. I might still have breakouts, but certainly right now I have nothing. And it's been a few weeks since I had anything, so I'm so happy about that. But yeah, apart from the scarring, I think my skin is looking so nice. The pores are pretty small, I'd say. I think I mentioned last update that I thought about doing like a comparison in my pores shrinking, but by the time I got that microscope, my pores are basically already closed. So yeah, they're a lot smaller than they used to be, which is another nice plus. There's like a little ball underneath my skin. It's slowly starting to flatten. Before it felt like it was like going to pop. I know that's awful. It didn't, but it was just so tight. Now it's slowly disappearing, but yeah, that's a very random spot for me. Plus alongside my jaw, I think I might have taken a picture when I had some lumps and things. Yeah, it might have just been down to not extending my skincare down far enough, just because these sort of things on my jawline and neck were not occurring on my face. It was just from here below. So I'm just going to make sure I keep up the skincare everywhere. But I think that's really all there is to show for now. Lips are really dry, you can probably see. Put in a little bit of lip liner to try and cover them up, but yeah, they're dry as anything. Lip balm is my best friend. Alright, now that that close-up is done, I think it's as good a time as I need to share my daily photos, which I've still been doing. With that, I think that's everything I wanted to share for this 3-month update. I really hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you're on an Accutane journey yourself, or if you think you're going to be, no matter where you fall, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. But like I said, I will be leaving you here, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!